Hey trendsetters, today we're here with the wonderful Janice Robinson. She's running for a judge, yes. Lisa's here with us today also. She's going to be going in. We're going to be finding out more about what Ms. Robinson does and what she does in the community as far as who she is. Again, we're introducing Janice Robinson. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. So I guess I'll start at the beginning.
Okay.
My name is Janice Robinson, and I'm running for a civil court judge in the 6th Municipal District in Kings County. I have been civil litigating for over 20 years, which means that I am in the civil part of the civil court in downtown Brooklyn. There's also a family part,
Yes.
a criminal part, housing part. I am predominantly in the civil part. I do trials, motions, I've done appellate work, a term, and I've been doing that for a long time. I work for major insurance companies, and now I feel it's the time for me to be more of service to the people of Brooklyn. I'm born and raised here. I know what it's like to live here. I know what the people are thinking about, what they are concerned about, because I'm concerned about those same things. And it's time for me to do my part, however small it might be, to make the experience in court better for the people of the community, if they have to be there.
One of the things you mentioned was that you wanted to be a part of making the community better. But as you and I have talked before, there's so many things that Ms. Robinson does in the community and for the community. Can you talk to us a little bit more about some of the things that you've been working on?
Absolutely. The first thing I talk about is the thing that I am most proud of and the thing that I'm most happy to do and I find most satisfying. And that is providing pro bono advice to people who are navigating the family court system. So that would be grandparents, parents, caregivers, dealing with issues such as child support, child custody, child visitation, and things of that nature. And it's through the Lift Family Care Program. And it's something that I do during the day. So I take time out of my day, maybe once or twice a month for the past 3 years to provide that service to people who are unrepresented and they are having a hard time navigating the system and need help and they really can't afford an attorney. So my job is to give them the advice and the information that they need in order to make sure that they get the necessary help and assistance that they need to navigate the system.
Some of the other things that you do as well.
I work with Girls Inc. Long
Yes.
Island and Girls Inc. New York. I help facilitate their yearly summit that they have with the high school juniors and seniors, helping them to learn skills that would be necessary for them to navigate the application process for college and also to navigate their first year of college. So we teach them financial literacy, we teach them personal branding, we teach them networking skills, resume writing, all of the things that young women need in order to be successful, or some of the things that they need to be successful. So that's something I'm also very proud of. Through Travelers where I work, I just facilitate those programs and help them put it together and also present to the young people when I need to.
What does it mean to work in the civil aspect of the law? What can you break that down for us?
Absolutely. So civil matters are matters that deal with money. So if you're a commercial landlord tenant, which deals with money, that's a civil matter. If there are people who are suing people for payment for credit cards, that also ends in civil court. Small claims court is also in civil court. There are no-fault matters where the medical provider is suing an insurance company for payment for services, that ends up in civil court. So it's matters where there is a money amount involved, less than $50,000, that ends up in civil court. So that's where I've been for the last 22 years, is working in that court.
So even extending your services to, as you said, as far as family court is concerned, that's really, extending yourself,
Yes, because when you are elected to the civil court, you are placed either in family, criminal, or civil. So they decide where the need is for more judges and they place you accordingly. I don't have any experience with family court other than what I told you, but I would welcome the opportunity to be of service in that part as well as criminal. So I don't have a preference for where I would like to be. I think that I'm most needed.
You mentioned Brooklyn resident, born and raised. You know, what got you here to us? What got you to this point where you are Ms. Janice Robinson? Who is she?
Okay. That's a very long question. Okay, who am I? So I am a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a mother, I'm a wife. I was born to immigrant parents from Jamaica. So I'm first generation American born. Grew up in Brownsville, then moved to Flatbush, then Fort Greene, and now I live in Bed-Stuy. And that's where I've been for the past going on 19 years. I have been married for over 20 years. I have 2 teenagers, 17 and 14. They both attend other schools in Brooklyn. They're both now in high school, freshman and junior. And I have a sister, one sister, and a niece. Proud to be an aunt. Waited a long time for it to be an aunt. I never thought she would do it. So that is who I am. My background is I have a family member who was in politics, still is in politics. My uncle is Nick Perry.
Okay.
He was an assembly member for the 15th Assembly District. He is now the U.S. ambassador to Jamaica. So he still picks up the phone and calls me whenever, because that's just how it is.
Yeah.
In a Jamaican family, they have ties to you that are never broken. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. I have been an attorney for 22 years, and I've been civil litigating for the whole time. I thought I would be doing something else, but I never did. I got in and stayed, which is a testament to the work, I guess. If I really didn't like it, I wouldn't be doing it. So I guess some part of me enjoys what I do. I thought about running for civil court judge about 6-7 years ago. My kids were younger at the time, and so it wasn't the right time. It would have been unfair for my husband to take care of both of my young children while I am out campaigning and canvassing and petitioning and all the things that are involved with trying to run for civil court. It's very time consuming. And so the timing had to be right with my family for me to be able to jump into the ring and do this. So when we discussed it finally last year, he was 100% on board. My kids were able to chime in to the conversation. They're on board. The timing is right. They're teenagers. They don't need me as much.
I definitely can relate.
They can stay home and do their own thing.
I can relate. My kids are the same age.
Yes.
So, you know,
so while I'm out doing what I need to do,
yes,
they are home doing what they want to do.
They're more self-sufficient.
Very much so.
This is a good time for you to spread your wings.
Absolutely,
yes,
absolutely. Yes. And my husband is very supportive, and he wants to see my dreams realized.
Yes.
So he is giving 110%, and I'm very grateful for that.
Yes. So are we.
Yes. Absolutely.
So,
yes. So that's why I'm doing it now.
Okay.
And the deeper I get into the process, the more I know that this is something that I really, really want to do. I'm hearing what people are saying and how people feel about the system. And I really do believe that I can do something to help that, to assist that, to ease anxiety, to help understanding, to assist the court in moving in the right direction so that the people can be served better and more efficiently.
What are some of the things that you've seen, and like you said, you've heard?
Mm-hmm.
You hear the community's complaints, you understand it, you've been in it for 22 years, and you know this is what's kept you here for this long,
mm-hmm.
you know, because you try to model yourself into a person that's going to help. What are some of the concerns that the community has that you recognize that you'll be able to assist with?
I think the first thing is people don't really understand how the system works. They're unaware of what resources are available to them, and they're not thinking about it until they're in it, which is the worst time to try to understand the system is when you are in the middle of it.
Absolutely.
So all of that starts with understanding what it is that the civil court entails before you have to get there. And once you're there, understanding.
Lisa comes from a whole different perspective where it is a feel-good. She is the feel-good part of Trendsetters. I would really be ripping the Band-Aids off sometimes, talking about some real cultural issues that we have in order for us to go into the future more healed and mended, you know, not wounded and drag whatever's been holding us back. and got us to this place where we don't even understand that our votes count. You understand what I'm saying? We got to remove that, and I think that she's the love behind that. You know, like when you get a boo-boo, you come to one mother. Well, I'm the wrong mother because I'm pouring alcohol on it. You know, she at least gonna kiss it.
Sometimes. You know, I get passionate about it as well. Learning a lot from Heidi, and I add myself in this as a Brooklyn-born native that don't know half of the stuff that's been going on. And one thing she always says, information is key. And if I don't research it, look into it, or ask questions, that's where I am at. I am the boo-boo kisser, but I'm the questioner. I do ask a lot of questions because I want it to make sense. I want it to be understanding. So when the community gets it, I'm like the stepping stone for the community that comes out. Because I put myself in as the community. But Heidi will ask questions today. But if she gets busy, you would see me as well. I might come back and do a part two.
Yeah, we're gonna be, because she has so many other things. You know,
right.
I really like the fact that she does work with interns, and we have to talk about that because something is brewing in the background as well. So I really want you to talk more about your community stuff that you do right now. Today is your day for people to get to know why they should be supporting you, even why they signed the petition to back you, what stances that you really substantiate. You know, what is it that you really want to see your role do when you're elected and moving forward?